You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Thursday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
Yesterday on the show, we celebrated the life of Ozzy, and, Rick Jacket from Figure 11 had a really good quote that I kept replaying through my brain yesterday when he said this.
He went from starting a genre of music and a style of music that scared the crap out of people. Literally scared them and, was the enemy of the parents and, really represented his older generation what's wrong with the world, right? And he went on to become, one of the most lovable, famous, family-friendly characters of our lifetime.
And that's so true, but I was thinking about how many people actually texted in saying, their parents didn't want them to listen to Ozzy.
Yeah, man.
And I was trying to think, I think because my parents grew up in that generation, there really wasn't much music that they put an X on for me.
Right, yeah. I mean, that was you and I both grew up in the generation of the parental advisory sticker, which, depending on your parents, either if they were strict, that meant, you are not buying this album.
Eminem was a weird time for parents. When I was growing up, it was if you let your kid listen to Eminem, it was bad. Marilyn Manson was the other one, because he was all over, every talk show, and they were trying to say he was promoting the devil and whatnot.
Even Limp Bizkit, to some extent, had people, when they were putting out songs like Nookie and Break Stuff, parents were like, this is corrupting the minds of the future.
I will say, though, The Simpsons. We had to push hard to get my parents to let us watch The Simpsons growing up.
It's weird. As the oldest of three kids, it's my parents kind of let me have a pass on a lot of things. Maybe it's because I was a child of divorce, whereas my little brother and sister grew up with their parents. But I got to watch wrestling, I got to watch The Simpsons, I even got to watch South Park when it first came on global TV at midnight.
The Simpsons is just such a weird one now, because you look at it, in even the older episodes, there's really nothing bad, but I think every mom watched and was like, I don't want my kid to be like Bart Simpson.
Well, and that's just it. My brother and my sister were not allowed to watch The Simpsons, and I think it's because now you look at it and it looks tame because we have Family Guy and we have South Park, and they made all the jokes The Simpsons did oh, those are nothing. But at the time, some of the stuff The Simpsons were inside wink, wink, nudge, nudging at, parents were oh, not in my house.
You can get expelled for saying, eat my shorts at school.
You probably shouldn't tell an authority figure to eat your shorts. Even in 2025 is a bad idea.
Cowabunga was crazy news, dude.
Ay, caramba.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What was banned in your house? Any music, shows, or anything like that?
TLC.
No Scrubs? Chasing Waterfalls?
It was the whole album. I wanted the album. I was pretty young, and the songs on the back were really bad. Don't pull out of me yet. And so my mom took it away from me.
Wait, you're telling me that your mom didn't want you just casually listening to Silly Ho on repeat?
I don't quite understand, but
Kids today will never understand the struggle of trying to get a CD at HMV when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And having your parents flip to the back or even go to the little wall and listen to the CD and be like, absolutely not.
Oh my God. I wanted to get Savage Garden, and the girl thought I wanted Offspring, and then my grandma wouldn't let me. It was a whole thing.
She said Ixnay on the ombre.
Yeah.
That was the worst, man, trying to get a CD, and then the people at HMV would rat you out to your parents.
Well, that's just it, right? Depending on what you were trying to buy. Even if you tried to buy video games, I can remember being in the store looking at not Mortal Kombat 1. I got Mortal Kombat 1 as a Christmas present, and my mom made me go into the options and turn blood mode off.
Dude, I got Grand Theft Auto Vice City for my 9th birthday.
That's too young. I'm going to go ahead and say it. That's too young.
Well, my parents agreed after. It was one of those things where leading up to my birthday, the commercial was all over TV.
Sure.
I never played any of the Grand Theft Auto games, but everyone was talking about it at school. I was like, I want this game so bad.
It was a great game.
They got it for me on my birthday for PlayStation, and I remember after a week, I was ripping it in the basement. My old man comes down, and he's like, is this that game we got you? And I'm like, yeah, check it out.
Oh, no.
So I steal a car, drive around. I'm like, check this out. Pick up a hooker. I'm like, watch what you can do, Dad. Drive behind the bush. And then I'm like, I can get my money back. Bang, bang. My dad was instantly like, nope,
that as a kid you would try and hide from your parents so they wouldn't take the game away. And you're proudly telling your dad, like, you just learned how to do a cartwheel. You're like, look what I can do.
I was expecting him to be like, nice. Right on, man.
Well done, son. Keep up the good work.
I believe it's Sean we've got on the phone. Sean, anything that was banned or you weren't allowed to have growing up?
Well, I wasn't allowed to listen to NWA because my dad was a police officer.
Yep.
Understandable.
I get that.
Yeah, you know, it was my dad's favorite band, that's for sure.
Yeah, like I could see, like, if there was a band that had done a song that was like, to hell with electricians, my stepdad probably would have been like, I don't know if we're going to bring that into the house.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It is AC/DC week on the station, and, you know, usually on Wednesdays I like to censor out our band of the week, but since we did the Aussie tribute, pushed it to the today, and AC/DC, I mean, another band that, they love their sexual innuendos. So,
Yeah, AC/DC's never shied away from the inside joke, you know?
You Shook Me All Night Long writes itself. I'm not going to lie, when I was a kid and I first heard this song, I was like, who would want that to happen to them?
That sounds awful.
Just being shooken all night long.
Well, there was also that time we got the call where the lady's like, now I have to explain what shaking means to my children.
Well, someone else might have to explain this morning. You know the song If You Want Blood? Well, imagine it wasn't blood. Oh. Has AC/DC been downtown?
I think I've seen the corner they're talking about.
I've seen that guy running around naked there. Another one, Let Me Put My Love Into You.
Yeah.
Oh, substitute love, and you got this.
AC/DC, well ahead of the game on consent. You know what? Respectfully asking.
Yeah. Who says rock and roll stars are all greasy?
That's right. They are. Listen, let me, may I, can I please carry on?
One of my favorite AC/DC songs that I think is underrated is Walk All Over You, and I think you can see where this is going.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Here it comes. No pun intended, if you know what I mean.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All over the internet yesterday, like everything was Aussie online too. And I saw this interesting thing. You know that website Setlist where if you're going to go see a band, you can like literally look up what they're playing on the tour?
Or you can look it up if you're like, how much longer before I try to beat traffic?
Yeah.
When will they play the song I came here
When are they going to
for?
play the one song I know? Yeah. They summarized up Ozzy's most played songs on tour, and I want you to take a guess of, try and name 5 songs. What do you think would be in the top 5?
Well, right away, the first one that comes to mind would be Crazy Train.
That is number 1.
Iron Man, I imagine, would be on there.
Not in the top 5.
Really?
Surprisingly enough. Paranoid is in at number 5.
I feel like Mom, I'm Coming Home would get a lot of like end of set list play.
Not in the top 5.
Really? Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath?
Not in the top 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling like Mr. Yeah? Mr. Crowley?
That's
All
number
right,
4.
all right.
So here, I'll break it down for
I got
you.
3.
Yeah, the top 5 songs that Ozzy played throughout his entire career is Crazy Train in at number 1, apparently 1,187 times.
Do you have to, if you go to an Ozzy show where he didn't play Crazy Train, you kind of go home going, well, what happened?
This one surprised me. I Don't Know in at number 2 with 1,172 times.
Interesting.
Suicide Solution in at number 3 with 1,164 times.
Damn.
Mr. Crowley, number 4, 1,158 times, and Paranoid in at number 5 with 1,157.
It's so interesting to see breakdowns of stuff like that because, again, like Paranoid and Crazy Train or must includes throughout the entirety of his career, but it also gets to show you like I'm assuming some of those other songs were ones that Ozzy and the band really liked to play, and that's why they were played so much.
Mama, I'm Coming Home came in at number 12. They only played that 529 times, if you can believe that.
Really? So if you were at a Black Sabbath or an Ozzy show and you heard Mama, I'm Coming Home, you were actually getting a special little treat.
Yeah. Iron Man only played 849 times as well.
See, Iron Man was one of the ones that I was thinking of as like a show opener, with that epic intro that it has.
So it makes you wonder, like, how many times did people go see Ozzy later in the day, and like maybe he didn't bust out the song that you wanted him to play.
Yeah, the idea, but it's also tough when you have the discography, the catalog. Like, imagine trying to put together the perfect Ozzy Osbourne set list.
Well, then you also got to wonder, like, what song did Ozzy hate?
What's down at the bottom of the list?
You're going, all aboard! 1,187 times. There's got to be a few of them where you're like,
all aboard.
This is the Brock and Delby Podcast.
Delby!
All right, I got everyone to text in their favorite bands here to 762-555, and I went through that set list website. I'm going to give you bands. I need you to tell me what you think their most played song at concerts were, all right?
For the record, I am just guessing. This is not the quiz. I will not be judged on my answer.
No shame bells, I promise. Okay?
Okay.
First one, Rolling Stones. What do you think their most played song at concert is?
I would, if I had to guess, I would say either Gimme Shelter or Satisfaction.
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
That makes sense. That's an upbeat pump number. Like, that gets the people moving.
1,217 times. Van Halen, what do you think?
Jump.
You really got me.
Really?
Yeah, 1,234 times.
Is Jump close?
It's number 5.
Okay, number 5?
Yeah.
Van Halen makes weird decisions.
Metallica, feel like this is an easy one.
It's got to be Sandman?
Oh, no, Master of Puppets.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you know what the problem with Metallica is? Too many of them make sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's fair.
1,774 times, times 8 minutes.
Damn.
Think about how much of their life they've spent playing that song.
How many masters is that?
Green Day, what do you think?
I know. See, because there's part of me that says it might be one of their older songs, but also, like, I feel like they must play songs like American Idiot because they were so big at the time.
It is Longview.
Yeah, okay.
1,106 times. Offspring?
Offspring. Is it Pretty Fly?
No. Come Out and Play.
That makes sense.
1,180 times. Limp Bizkit, what do you think here?
It's got to be Nookie, right?
No.
It's not Nookie?
No, it's Break Stuff in at number 1, 754 times. The cover of Faith in at number 2.
That actually, you know what? Thinking about it, Faith should have been my guess, but Break Stuff does make the most sense. I'm killing this, by the way.
Guns N' Roses?
Is it Sweet Child?
No, I thought you'd get this one. Welcome to the Jungle.
Damn. Yeah.
1,016
That's
times.
got to be the beginning of every concert.
Bon Jovi?
I don't even want to guess anymore. Wanted Dead or Alive?
No.
Of course not.
You Give Love a Bad Name.
Well, you know, I'm just guessing.
Living on a Prayer in at number 2.
Okay.
All right, well, we've got 3 more here. Aerosmith?
I don't know why, but I want to say Ragdoll.
Walk This Way.
Yeah.
AC/DC?
Thunderstruck.
This one surprised me. The Jack.
The Jack?
They played the Jack 1,751 times.
Does somebody get to go for a bathroom break during the Jack? Is that what? Why the Jack?
Final one here. Journey?
Let's Don't Stop Believing. No. The only reason people go is for Don't Stop Believing.
Wheel in the Sky. 1,302 times.
Okay, listen. You can look at me funny for some of the guesses I had for some of these other bands. Fair enough. But you're telling me that the most played Journey song in concert is Wheel in the Sky?
Allegedly.
Go to any Journey concert and find me 6 people that came for Wheel in the Sky. If they don't play Wheel in the Sky, I want my money back. You couldn't find 6 people in the whole crowd.
I understand. They probably hate Don't Stop Believing at this point.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Apparently, Jays fans set a record for Looney Dog Night on Tuesday. 84,731 dogs, beating the previous record from a couple years ago of 76,000 hot dogs at a game.
So we did some math here. We looked it up, and according to baseballreference.com, there were 42,326 people in attendance, which means that the average person ate 2 hot dogs.
Now, the thing is you got to think, not everybody at the game was eating a hot dog. Like, I saw my stepbrother went to the game, and he said he ate 6 dogs, So
he ate 3 people's worth. 2 other people were able to go dogless at the game last night because your stepbrother stepped up.
How would the math work if you broke it down if only like 50% of the people ate hot dogs at the game?
So if everybody there ate 2 dogs, then that would mean 50% would be 4 dogs per person.
Damn.
If half the people in there ate no dogs, the other half would have to eat an average of 4 per person, which I also did the math because why wouldn't you? The average hot dog is about 6 inches long.
Sure.
So if you multiply 6 inches by 84,731 dogs, that is just shy of 13 kilometers worth of dog.
That's insane.
If you laid the dogs end to end, if you look, it's about a 1 kilometer loop if you've ever been to the Sky Dome to go around the concourse.
That's 13 laps around the Sky Dome.
If you walked 13 laps and laid hot dogs behind you as you went, you would have to go 13 laps for it to be all the dogs consumed.
And that's crazy that's inside people right now.
People took it all with them when they walked.
It's all in you, man.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Remember a while ago we talked about Chuck's Arcade, the adult rebrand of Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So for those that don't know, Chuck E. Cheese is this place where you go as a kid and there's ball pits and games and tickets and prizes and climbers and a big animatronic rat. And it's a whole experience that we grew up with. But they wanted to try and capture that nostalgia and bring adults back in, the ones that didn't have kids. So they opened up a bunch of locations in the States called Chuck's Arcade. And as it turns out, it's kind of a dud.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I thought it would be a success. I mean, you go and you play a little like skee ball, have a couple drinks.
See, but that's the problem is that like it really isn't what we thought it was going to be. Because what we thought it was going to be was take a Chuck E. Cheese with all the games and all the fun, take the kids out, right? Let the adults go. Kind of like a Dave & Buster's. But even then, Dave & Buster's lets kids in. We thought this was going to be basically a big barcade that you could go to. Like,
I really thought this was going to pop off, and I've always had this idea for a long time that, like, we should be able to have an adult park somewhere.
right.
You know, like, take the Chuck E. Cheese idea, but put it outside because, I mean, as an adult, like, we can't go to the park and go play grounders and have a few drinks, but I would love if the province made, like, designated areas. You gate it off almost like a dog park.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe you have someone checking IDs at the door. You can BYOB, and then we can go hit up the swings and whatnot. We can go play tetherball, go shoot some hoops, whatever.
That's just it, because there's not a park or playground in this town that you and I could go to after the show with a couple of beers and maybe like a basketball
I mean, like,
or
we
something.
can.
Sorry, you're right.
We can.
You're right. We can, but people are going to look at us funny, and eventually law enforcement is going to get involved.
Yeah.
But what the shame of it is that if we just go back to my place and grab my kids and then go to the park, now all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, that's cool. That's totally fine.
Yeah, but if I happen to have a drink in my hand, it's a problem.
It's like we've talked about on the show before, too. Splash pads are another thing. It got to 30 degrees the other day.
But it's so weird if I show up to the splash pad by myself and
Right.
take my shirt off.
If you go to the splash pad, take your shirt off and stand under that thing, the bucket that fills up and then dumps out when it gets too full, that seems cool and refreshing. But if you're there by yourself, people are going to call someone.
Doug Ford, we need adult parks and we need adult splash pads, all right?
If we're going to just blow the rebrand on Chuck's Arcade, then we have to do it for ourselves.
Wasn't Dougie all about letting us drink in the parks anyway?
I do actually remember during COVID, we there was a big thing. He's like, why don't we all just grab a beer and go outside? We were like, all right, Doug, you might be onto something.
Let us hit up the slides too? I'm down.
I just want to sit on a public swing set with a Ryan Coke in my hand.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
A lot of people seem to dig the idea of the adult splash pad or adult park.
We've unlocked some things in people who are suddenly realizing that it is a travesty that we can't just go out to some of these amenities and enjoy them like adults.
Brian, you were saying an adult water park would be a pretty good idea. What would you have there?
A lazy river for adults with bars along the way.
Okay.
And maybe even a barbecue.
Honestly, an adult water park would just be sick. But then again, like, There's probably going to be more pee than the kids would have ever done.
Need one of those medical urinal bottles hanging off your floaty.
Oh, God. Imagine wanting to go to the adult water park, but you have to get a catheter put in before you can get in the pool.
Tell me if you ever been to a resort in Dominican or wherever, those guys that sit at the poolside bars all day and never move off their chair.
This is basically an all-inclusive resort right here at home is what it is.
Basically, yeah.
You know, Doug Ford's investing all that money into that all-inclusive resort in Wasaga Beach.
Yeah.
This is what we need.
I'm just thinking right now, like, everybody loves a good pub crawl, a good pub float.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We've got Jamie on the phone. Do you like the idea of the adult park? What do you think, man?
I think if start opening some of these adult parks, I think we can start eliminating some of these dating apps and start meeting in person, face to face.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't think I'm going to be at my most attractive when I'm hammered on the swing set.
Yeah, hammered on the swing set, meeting face to face. May not be a good idea, but it's better than these dating apps.
Dude, screw a nightclub. Getting smashed at the adult park, trying to pick up some nookie.
Heading to the slides to pull? I don't know if this is a good idea.
Dude, it's a full circle moment in life.
Oh, I think it's a great idea.
This is the Brock and Delby podcast.
What if I told you that you could pay just over $1,000 Canadian to spend 3 nights in a Polish 13th century castle pretending to be one of the students in Harry Potter?
Courtney might actually like that.
I found this thing. It's called the College of Wizardry, and it's a LARPing event. It's a live-action roleplay. They have a real 13th century castle in Poland.
And people just cosplay as Harry Potter characters in there?
But, so just to be very clear, litigiously, it is not Harry Potter. Even though the entire website is meant to look like Harry Potter, they use the Harry Potter font. They do not have any legal affiliation, but it is basically, the idea is it's a wizard school like Hogwarts, and you, having to be 18 years or older to participate, will go there to be one of the students, and they take like 130 people, so it's you and 129 other people pretending to be teenagers learning how to do magic.
And who's teaching the magic?
Oh, that's the best part, is obviously they do have some staff to help make the whole illusion feel real, but you can also volunteer to, instead of being one of the fun students learning magic and all this other, to be a teacher, teaching classes and supervising the other people.
I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, sure, but I feel like I'd be pretty choked if I spent $1,000 and they're like, hey, sit in this wizarding class, and then it's just some guy that just also paid to be there.
Right, yeah, it's Joe who works as an accountant somewhere, and he's just like, all right, I guess today I'm going to teach you about magic chemistry or writing poetry to dead wizards. I don't know. I get that there is a huge fan base out there for the Harry Potter stuff, and maybe you read it as a kid, watched the movies, you grew up, and now here's your chance to have your own experience. But $1,000 to live in a castle with 100 other people pretending to be children sounds awful.
I mean, I wouldn't hate the idea if they did it for other movies. Like, if you could pay some money and just go, like, live in the Animal House for, like, a weekend and party it up, like, that'd be kind of sick.
I mean, going back to live in a college/university dorm and party it up seems like a cool idea on paper, but I will say, if you're in your mid 40s, which is probably what you are if you're clamoring to go to the Animal House,
100%,
you're probably going to find out by day 2 that you are not built for this life
I just feel
anymore.
like they only kind of do this stuff for the Harry Potter type movies. You don't see it with other things. There's not a Fast and Furious house where it's just filled with Coronas and cars.
That's where my mind went to, is how is this not a thing for the Fast and Furious franchise where you steal, like you said, you stay in some sort of a beach house, kind of like the one in the first movie.
You steal a bunch of DVD players from a truck.
That's right. You're drifting cars, you're drag racing cars. You could have all these different themed events, and then by the end, you're in space, just like in the movies.
Dude, imagine if they had an American Pie house where you just pay $100 and you just get to have your way with a pie for the evening.
See, I feel like it would start there, but at some point, someone's going to show up with a flute, and everybody's going to be like, all right, now hang on a second here.
Honestly, band camp experience? Who needs to pay to go to hedonism,
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You're talking about the Harry Potter school. I'd probably pay $1,000 if it was
Lord of the Rings.
It really depends on what part of the Lord of the Rings you're reenacting, right? Like going to stay in a Hobbit house and getting all the crazy food and the beautiful scenery. Sure, maybe even some of like the castle stuff, like when the orcs are attacking at Helm's Deep and all that stuff, like getting to live through some of that. But if you're telling me I got to pay you $1,000 to go on a 3-day nature hike to a volcano, I'm probably good.
Hey, I did that. I did those kind of forced marches when I was in the military. So.
I was gonna say, unless you just got divorced, it's a great way to get rid of the ring.
That's good.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, we've got $100 in Lotto 649 tickets for physical here this morning.
We are looking at a $28 million gold ball jackpot on Saturday with a guaranteed $1 million prize if nobody wins the big one and a classic $5 million jackpot up for grabs.
There's a good chance if you've ever been to the gym or you own a treadmill, you've absolutely eaten it on it before. So we're looking for this impression. We need you to be the treadmill. And then we need you to eat it. Now, that's the example. Whatever you sound like falling and hitting the drywall sounds like to you, you give us that impression.
That's just it. This is open to your own creatistic integrity. You can tell us exactly how this plays out in your mind's eye, and the best one will win the $100 in 649 tickets.
If you're not one of our three biffers, that does mean you are a judge.
I don't know why, but I don't like the term biffer.
Judge accordingly. 762-555. We will start with line 1 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Turn.
Have you ever eaten it on a treadmill before?
No, I've never been on one before.
Never been on a treadmill ever?
No.
Just a big bench press guy, this guy.
All right.
No.
Well, we need you to pretend to be the treadmill, and then we also just need you to absolutely eat it. If you can do that for us,
all right, here
you
you
go.
go.
Give yourself $100 in Lotto 649.
Call 911.
Yeah, he's never been on a treadmill before.
That doesn't sound like you fell. It just sounds like your heart is not appreciative of the exercise.
We can tell you've never been on a treadmill. All right, stay on
Thanks,
hold.
Art.
Stay on hold. Okay.
He missed the fall. That's all he was missing.
Yeah. We go to line 2. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, Sean.
Sean, have you ever eaten it on a treadmill before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, there
Sean
we go.
knows what's up.
This is what we're looking for. We need the sound of the treadmill, and then, of course, we need your epic fall on the treadmill. It's up to your own interpretation. Take it away, buddy.
Beep, beep. Faster. Beep, 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 beep.
Amazing effort. Amazing effort.
It's so true, though. Like, all the treadmill accidents, or most of them, happen because you're like, I could go faster.
Yeah.
And then your body's like, actually, you can't.
Yeah. Good job, man. Stay on hold here. Okay, he set the bar here.
That's
Let's
good.
see what line 3's got. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's Curtis.
Curtis, what do you think of the competition so far, my man?
Oh, it's going to be tough to beat the last one there.
All right. Have you ever eaten it on a treadmill before?
Oh, years ago.
Okay. Well, you know what we need. We need the sound of the treadmill, and then, of course, we need to hear you biff it. So whenever you're ready, Curtis, you take it away, all right? All right. Okay. Stay on hold here.
You know what I like? Sometimes on Win Stuff with Brock and Dalby, we don't have to think too hard about who wins.
It's pretty unanimous, right? Sean, are you still there, brother?
Yeah.
Sean's already celebrating. He's like, well, I win.
You creating your painful memory gets you the ding, the round of applause, and $100 in Lotto 649 tickets, all right?
Fantastic.
If you do happen to win the jackpot, some nickels and dimes for the fellas, or what?
Sure thing, boys.
Hell yeah.
All right,
And a
man.
new treadmill for you.
No, we're okay. We're okay on that.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
If you got a question for Dalby and myself, text now. The number to send a text, 762-555. Text now. Just text us, text us, text us. Text now. All right, let's get her going. Our final text us before we go on vacation. Someone did ask, what's the big plans for vacation? What are you doing?
Well, I mean, they make us take our vacations at the same time, and this one's so you can go to your buddy's wedding, so I am going to do nothing. Like, not a thing. Because that's always my problem with vacation times. I try to pack too much stuff in, and then at the end, I just feel stressed and tired. So I'm going to turn off all my alarms. I'm going to hang out with my kids during the day, and I'm going to do not a damn thing.
I'm going to the wedding. Weirdly enough, we're going to go see Katy Perry.
Hell yeah.
Which,
I love that.
I was kind of excited for it, but then she's been like very weird in the news lately. So.
I mean, but that's kind of part of the appeal, right? I saw a video the other day. She does some thing where she like flies around the arenas that she's been playing in, and one of them like broke.
She is an astronaut, so
bucking around on there. Maybe that'll happen at the show you go to.
I'm really excited. We're gonna go see this Australian punk band called The Chats.
Ooh,
so that'll be fun too.
Nice. There you go.
So just a few concerts, a wedding, and some fun stuff in between there.
Just the basics.
Another question is, if someone broke into your house right now and stole whatever's on top of your fridge, what are they getting?
On top of the fridge is
dust.
Yeah, there's dust, and because the space on top of my fridge is thin, like we can't really put much up there.
Maybe a lighter.
I think there's a photo booth strip of pictures of my kids from like the mall, and maybe an ice tray, and that's it. Like there's nothing. Now listen, you asked me the spot next to the stove that's close to the door, where I always put my keys, my wallet, my change, my reusable grocery bag. That's the spot you want to rob if you're coming to my house. And by that, I mean, please don't come to my house. I don't want you to steal my things.
Just look for the gray Mazda.
Shut up, man.
That's the clue. How much time do you think should pass before you ask for another raise? I mean, usually I feel like it's a year, but I mean, unless you got something on your boss, you can ask right away.
Then all timetables are out the window. It also depends on if you just got a raise or if you just got denied for a raise. Like, if you asked for one and got one, probably wait a bit so you don't look greedy.
If they just fired a bunch of people, probably not a good time to ask for a raise either.
That's also true, unless they just put a lot more responsibility on your plate, because then you know you kind of got them in a position to negotiate with.
Someone said, what's the best summer drink of all time? I've said this before, glass bottle of Coca-Cola, man.
Yeah. If you're going non-alcoholic, glass bottle of Coca-Cola. Also, shout out to any kid running a lemonade stand. I don't know what it is. Those just hit different.
It's always hot.
What?
All of those kids that have lemonade stands, they never put ice in it.
You're getting out there
They're
too
just
late.
giving us hot lemonade.
You got to get out earlier, brother, when the ice hasn't melted. The ice was there. It just melted by the time you got to
charging like $4. Like, get bent, kid.
If you're going alcoholic, give me a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Mike's Hard Lemonade?
It's my jam on a hot day, yeah.
I guess if you're in high school.
Listen, you straight up said on the show this week that your favorite type of ice was Smirnoff. So let's not play that.
Smirnoff ice over a Mike's Hard any day,
Disgusting.
brother. Any day. What phrase from your parents will you remember for the rest of your life? I got a good one. It's not your fault we're getting divorced. Never forget that moment. I mean, it's not really a phrase, but it is a quote, I guess.
Yeah, it's something you'll take to your grave. It is a nice little bit of reassurance. For mine, the thing that my mom used to say all the time back when we lived in the territories, it was a Nuvialuit word. It's alapa, and it just means cold. And I still, to this day in my 40s, if I go outside and it's anything under like 15 degrees, alapa.
Alapa.
Yeah.
All right, final one here. Someone said, what's something you could say both at dinner and while making love? It's good, but not as good as your mom's.
I mean... Sure, if you never want to be invited to either the table or the bed ever again, by all means.
There's so many of these you could do, like my ass is gonna burn later.
What is happening to cause that at the bedroom? What have you done?
Listen, pal, don't ask questions you don't want the answer
really
to, all
don't.
right?
This is the Brock and Delby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
Let's see what he's got.
Good morning. That Edward is lionize. Yeah, lionize. 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 And it's to treat as an object of great importance. Well, that'd be awfully nice to be feeling kind of lionized, wouldn't it? I can handle that. It's not going to happen. Anyway, that just about does it. Have a great one. Cheers.
I mean, I guess you could say yesterday and over the past 2 days, Lion Eyes has been shown to Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, absolutely. He's been considerably lionized. Although I will admit that my head is just stuck. I thought he said privatized. I thought he was talking about Hall & Oates at first.
Oh, okay.
Which is a much more preferable eyes, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, if you have kids and they're craving attention, they're little lion eyes, I guess you could say.
That's just it. I mean, sometimes there are people at work where maybe they're like a really great salesperson or they're a stud contractor or whatever, and they can be lionized. Like, there can be some celebrity status attributed at your job site.
Then again, we all know someone that's always on Facebook, that's always posting statuses and ranting and raving. Those are little lionizers
They
there.
crave lionization. They want to be lionized. They want to be held up into the spotlight. And it's like, Tammy, nobody cares. Nobody cares about you or your 2 kids.
Nobody cares about the birds outside your window.
Get back to work.
Lionize. Use it wherever you can, all right?
Want to be part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.